Have you ever found yourself staring at the ceiling at 2 a.m., replaying that awkward moment from 3 years ago, or wondering if you left the oven on? If you're nodding your head right now, you're in the right place. I'm about to share a super simple technique to help you kick that nighttime overthinking to the curb. It's called the note before bed method. So grab a comfy blanket, maybe a pillow, and let's dive in. Hit the like button and subscribe for more. All right, picture this. It's been a long day. You've tackled work, groceries, and maybe even a 3-hour Netflix binge. But as soon as you hit the pillow, your mind decides it's the perfect time to start throwing random thoughts at you, like confetti at a party. Did I email my boss back? What for dinner tomorrow? Did I actually leave my keys on the roof of my car? Does that sound familiar? You're not alone. We all have those nights where our brains become a chaotic circus. But don't worry. I've got a fun and effective solution to help you calm that carnival of thoughts down. So here's the scoop. The note before bed method is exactly what it sounds like. Before you drift off into dreamland, you take a moment to jot down anything that's buzzing around in your head. Seriously, just a simple notebook and a pen. You don't need a fancy planner or even great handwriting. Trust me, I'm in the chicken scratch club. Now let's break it down. Think of this as your brain's way of saying, hey, I got this. You write everything that's on your mind. Start with the big stuff. Maybe you're stressed about work, or an upcoming exam, or that awkward conversation you had earlier. For example, let's say you're worried about an important presentation at work. Write it down. Presentation on Thursday. Worry level 10. Congrats, you've just acknowledged it instead of letting it spin around in your head like a hamster on a wheel. Okay, but what about the less serious stuff? That's just as important. Maybe you're stressing about a dinner date. What if I spill spaghetti on my shirt? What if the conversation is awkward? Write it down. Spaghetti date anxiety. Note it. Voila! You've officially removed it from your head and put it on paper. And here's where the magic happens. The funny part. Write down your worries the way you'd talk to your best friend. OMG. What if I trip on my way to the table? Like, can I just hide under my seat forever? Take a moment to exaggerate. The sillier, the better. When you read those notes later, you'll start laughing at how ridiculous some of your worries are. Now, let's talk about when to do this. You don't have to wait until you're fully cocooned in your blankets. Make it a part of your nightly routine. Maybe after you brush your teeth or while your favorite cozy drink is brewing. Just 5 to 10 minutes. Set a timer if you have to. It's like a mini brain dump. Get all those pesky thoughts out before your head hits the pillow. And you know what? If you forgot to write something down during the day, speak it out loud as you write. Oh yeah, don't forget to buy more peanut butter tomorrow. No context needed. Your brain will remember. Here's the best part. Coming back to those notes the next day can be eye-opening. Sometimes, when we read back what we wrote, you realize it's not as bad as it seemed. Presentations might be scary, but I can totally crush it. And if you find a note in there about wanting to start a new hobby, you might just feel inspired to give it a shot. It's like a little pep talk from your past self. Who knew you had so many great ideas just waiting to be noticed? Now, I know what you're thinking. What if I have a sheet full of notes? No witties. That just means you're a human with a very active brain. It's perfectly okay. Just think of it as your very own golden nuggets of nighttime wisdom. And if you happen to run out of space on the page, don't let it get you down. Unless, of course, you've just written a novel. Then maybe consider transferring those thoughts to a new, fresh page. But it's important to remember that this method is about calming the mind, not turning it into a to-do list competition. The goal isn't perfection. It's simply to free your mind. Even if you jot down a line or two, that's a win. A tiny step towards fewer sleepless nights. Let me share a quick story. A few months ago, I was stressing about a big family gathering. You know, the kind where everyone asks when you're getting married or why you're still not a doctor. I was a total bundle of nerves. So, I took out my trusty notebook, and here's what I wrote. Family barbecue. What if Uncle Bob tells that one-time story again? I cringed just thinking about it. But then I added, laugh at Uncle Bob's storytelling. Just roll with it. It turned out to be hilarious, and I was so glad I wrote that down. I was prepared and managed to enjoy the evening instead of worrying about it all day. So, if you're tired of tossing and turning, give the note before bed method a try. Make it your nightly companion and let it work its magic. You'll be amazed at how much lighter your mind feels. Before we wrap up, remember, humor is your friend. Don't take it all too seriously. We're just trying to navigate life one silly worry at a time. And who knows, you might even discover your inner comedian in the process. If you found this helpful, share it with a friend who needs to stop overthinking at night. And hey, let me know in the comments, what's your most ridiculous worry you've written down? I'd love to hear your stories. Grab that notebook tonight and tell your overthinking brain, I'll see you in the morning. Sleep tight and don't let the bedbugs bite.